Hello everyone! What do you think Japanese society and our health will look like in 2040? Today I want to talk about exactly that, where Japan's society and health are headed by 2040, including my own take on it.
So, 2040. That's 14 years from now. Our theme today is the future of Japan, so I'd like to start by asking you what kind of changes are coming?
I looked into all sorts of things for this topic, and put simply, what I found was shocking. 1 in 3 people will be 65 or older. On top of that, the average wage comes to 5,000 yen, and the working population falls short by 11 million people. How do you keep a society running like that? Honestly, I don't think there's an answer if you try to carry it on the backs of people under 65 alone. That's why longevity matters so much. How do we keep people over 65 feeling young?
When the share of people over 65 really does grow like that, the obvious consequence is that with more older people around, there are fewer workers.
That's certain to happen. If the working population shrinks and the number of people in healthcare shrinks along with it, we run short of medical staff, and the insurance system that holds it all up becomes unsustainable. And the place where that's arriving fastest, in its most extreme form, is
China. That's what you told me.
There, one person is looking after about 10. In Japan, at 34% in 2040, it's 1 person to 3. Still a very tough situation. At that point, automation becomes critical. We'll have to fill the gap with robotics and the latest technology, or wages will be astronomically high. At the same time, for people over 65 who still want to work, who still have the drive, it's just as important that they get a body that lets them do it.
Even right now, isn't the balance of supply and demand in healthcare already a little off?
It's badly off. Out in the field, staff are trying to handle the patients who come through the door day after day after day. The balance between patients and healthcare workers is way out of line.
When I go to an orthopedic clinic or see a doctor for something internal, on average there's a wait of 1 to 2 hours, guaranteed. If that's where we are already, and then 14 years pass and the age mix shifts.
Right, exactly. Which is why staying healthy before you ever need a hospital is what matters.
If this were 50 years out, it'd be hard to picture, but it's only 14 years.
Right, it arrives in 14 years.
And the population isn't suddenly going to shoot back up from here. So what I wanted us to think about in this video is the thing we talk about on this channel.
You're exactly right. It comes down to one of two things. Either we replace the body with something robotic and let AI cover the labor we don't have, or we take people who are older, at an age where normally you couldn't work with any energy, and get them healthy enough to contribute to work and productivity. Those are the only 2 routes. Longevity or AI and robotics. I think those 2 are the answer.
So looking at the near future, what's the way for people to stay healthy for longer?
It's about building a system that makes iPS cells easy for anyone to use, so you can get healthy cells whenever you need them. Then, if your heart goes bad, you can get the heart you had when you were well. If your nerves go bad, you can get healthy nerves. That's the state we want to create. So even if something goes wrong past 65, you recover from it and go back to working with youthful energy. That's what we intend to contribute to.
Thinking about 14 years out, there was recent news that treatments using iPS cells, a heart muscle sheet, and one for Parkinson's disease, had been approved by the Ministry of Health.
I think so, yes. Both Japan and the US have clinical trials running with iPS cells. We call them trials, but they're already transplanting into people. And it isn't just the heart or the brain cells for Parkinson's. Plenty of things are underway. Spinal cord injury, corneal sheets for the eye, treatments aimed at cancer. Quite a lot is already in motion. Given how long approvals have taken so far, by 2035, I'd expect iPS cell medicine to cover not just those 2, but several more of the major diseases. And when you fall ill, treatment using those cells will be there for you. That's how I see it.
At this point, apart from those 2,
what's been in the news recently? First, spinal cord injury. That's when the bones of the spine break in an accident, the nerves in the spinal column are severed, and you lose movement. You end up paralyzed from the waist down, or completely unable to move at all. For that, you make nerve cells from iPS cells and transplant them. Keio University has already done this, and the people who received the transplant recovered motor function. They're taking it to the next stage. That's the first one. Second, diabetes. This came out of Kyoto University. You make insulin-producing cells from iPS cells, put them in a special capsule, and place it under the skin. It releases insulin continuously, so you need far fewer injections. Third, the cornea. When your eyesight fails, you put in a corneal sheet. Treatments for when you're already ill are what get approved first. Then as approval goes further, you replace what's deteriorated with age. You swap out the parts that have gone bad. So when demand does arrive, the challenge is that mass production is hard. Cost is part of it, but you can only make one person's worth in a year. Getting that to scale so it can be made for anyone, we can already make an individual's iPS cells right now, tomorrow if we had to. We've come that far, and now we're working on making a lot of them.
So what's the limit on how many iPS cells you can actually make?
Because we keep running full quality checks, right now we only make a few hundred people's worth a year. As more of the medicine comes into view, I picture that number climbing beyond where it sits now.
And going forward, if you wanted to raise that ceiling?
Well, as I said before, people use them, get younger, and we increase the number of humans who can make iPS cells. I'm joking. The other route is the one I mentioned. Automation matters enormously. Automate it. Use AI. Automate the manufacturing of the cells. So to expand our facilities, we've received support from the Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry, and we're putting up a building in Kyoto that does nothing but make iPS cells. A building purely for making iPS cells. I doubt one exists anywhere. That's what we're building. It has the part that manufactures the cells, the part that checks the quality of what's been made, and beyond that, space for research into more efficient ways of making iPS cells, plus storage for the cells once they're finished. All in one place, so an individual's iPS cells can be made there. That's the dedicated facility we're setting up.
By the way, when is it due to be finished?
We're aiming to build it in about a year. We're pushing hard to have it up in a year to a year and a half.
So with that, the number you can make keeps going up.
The number does go up, but we're not trying to scale to some enormous volume recklessly. We check the quality of every single iPS cell batch. In that sense, the capacity stays limited, but we extend that limit gradually, growing it step by step with quality properly guaranteed.
And that's where iPSCells is right now. We've talked about a lot of changes today. I hope everyone watching will look a little further ahead and give some thought to their own health.
Today we've talked about the benefits of using this technology. Protecting your own health means more people able to work and to live with energy. It raises your quality of life, and it makes society better. And iPS cell technology is exactly that. You first make a young cell that can become any kind of cell, and from there, you make cells that can be transplanted. So while we make use of other technologies too, each of us also keeping our own body healthy, that effort, person by person, is what I think will carry Japanese society through. That's the conclusion I've come to. We'll keep sharing useful information going forward, so please subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you in the next video.